All right, so are you ready to explore the Harry Potter, a Forbidden Forest experience?
Oh, absolutely.
Sounds pretty amazing, right?
Yeah. Mm,
Today we'll be using a website all about the experience and also some blog articles that kind of dig into what we can expect there.
okay, cool.
So what do you think? What's the most interesting thing about it to you? Like what stands out?
I think the coolest thing is that they took, you know, the Forbidden Forest is pretty iconic, right?
Oh, yeah.
And it's a little spooky
Yeah.
from, the books and movies.
Yeah.
And they actually made it a real experience. You're
Yeah.
not just reading about it now, you're like right there, you can feel it.
That's right. You can feel that chill in the air
Exactly.
and hear the leaves rustling around you. I'm picturing myself wand in hand, tiptoeing down this like shadowy path.
Yeah.
What kind of creatures am I going to see?
Well, sources mentioned some really cool ones.
Okay.
Uh, like the hippogriff.
Oh, wow.
Majestic.
Mm.
And then those mischievous little nifflers.
Oh, yeah, they love anything shiny.
Oh, they're going to be all over the place, I bet. And then even the Patronus deer.
Really?
Yeah, glowing in the dark.
Oh, that's got to be beautiful.
Yeah.
I can just picture somebody's face when a niffler tries to steal their, butterbeer cork or something.
Right.
But, okay, so how does this thing work? Do you just wander around in the dark and hope you see a unicorn?
Uh-huh. No.
No, okay.
They've got these like well-lit paths
Okay.
that take you through the forest, and along the way you see different creatures and magical scenes.
So it's not just like passive, is it?
Oh no.
Okay.
They actually have spots where you could do spells and see the effects.
That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
I mean, everybody wants to try a spell right.
Of course. What kind of spells are we talking about?
They don't say the exact spells,
Okay.
but imagine like conjuring your own Patronus
Ooh.
or lighting the way with Lumos.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and for the competitive types out there, they even have like little wand duels.
Oh, that's fun. Like a big interactive game?
Exactly. And speaking of taking a little piece of the magic home,
Yeah.
one of the sources mentioned this Forbidden Forest National Park Comfort Colors unisex t-shirt.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
What do you think about that?
Seems like a pretty comfy design.
Yeah?
Comes in lots of colors,
Cool.
and it's only $33.95.
Okay.
Not bad for a souvenir.
Yeah.
Right.
It's got like a 4.63 out of 5-star review.
Mm.
I'm wondering if maybe the enchantments fade in the wash or something.
Maybe.
Maybe some nifflers got to them.
Could be.
All right, so let's pretend like we're actually planning a trip to this Forbidden Forest.
Okay.
What do we need to know to make this happen?
All right, so first off, it's a nighttime thing, remember?
Right.
So wear some comfy shoes.
Yeah.
Like sturdy boots, maybe?
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, not your best dress robes.
Oh, yeah. No, definitely not. You don't want to scare away a boat truckle or anything.
Exactly.
Now, what about tickets? How do we get in?
Thankfully, you don't need a golden ticket from a chocolate frog.
Oh, man.
I know, right?
Okay.
You do need to book ahead of time, though, because it's pretty popular.
Ah, okay.
And they have family packages, too, if you've got a big group.
Oh, that's good to know.
Right.
Now, what about timing? How long does it take to go through the whole thing?
It looks like between 60 and 90 minutes,
Okay,
but the last entry is usually around 10 p.m., so
Mm.
keep that in mind.
gotcha.
Yeah.
So we've made it through the forest, right?
Okay.
Faced our fears, maybe even had a wand duel or two.
Uh-huh. Right.
Now, what about that gift shop? What kind of treasures are we talking about?
Ah, yes. The gift shop.
I love a good souvenir.
Me too. It sounds like they've got all the good stuff. Wands, robes,
Ooh.
even plushies of those cute creatures we saw in the forest.
Oh, I bet the kids would love that. And the adults.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And don't forget those chocolate frogs.
Oh, yeah. Gotta get those wizard cards.
It's like a gamble every time.
It is.
You're hoping for a Dumbledore,
Right.
not another Godric Gryffindor.
Exactly.
What else have they got?
Oh, they even have replicas and jewelry from the
Mhm.
movies.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah. If you want to bring a little magic into your everyday life.
That's cool. Speaking of the movies, the sources mentioned this Warner Bros. Studio tour. What is that all about?
Oh, yeah, that one's amazing.
Okay.
If you really want to go deep into how they made the Harry Potter movies, you have to do the studio tour.
What kind of stuff do you see there?
Well, you can see how they made all those creatures come to life and explore the sets and even see how they did the special effects.
Oh, that's gotta be cool.
Yeah, I'd love to see how they made those moving staircases at Hogwarts
Yeah.
or how Hagrid looks so big.
That's right.
It's amazing.
It's like movie magic.
It is.
Okay, but let's go back to the Forbidden Forest for a second.
Okay.
We've talked about the creatures, the interactive stuff, the merchandise. What about the atmosphere itself? Like, what's it actually like being there?
Well, from what the sources say, it sounds like a really immersive experience.
All right.
You've got like dimly lit paths winding through the trees, and you can hear leaves crunching under your feet and owls hooting in the distance.
Oh, wow.
You might even smell like pine needles.
Really?
Yeah, they're really hitting all the senses.
That's cool, making you feel like you're actually in this magical world.
Exactly.
What about the creatures themselves? Are they life-size? Do they move?
They don't give too many details, but they do mention animatronics and cool lighting effects to bring them to life.
So you might turn a corner and see like a giant hippogriff right there.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Or a niffler dashing through the underbrush.
It sounds pretty detailed.
Yeah, they really thought it through.
Do you think someone who's not a huge Harry Potter fan would still like it?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay,
I mean, anyone could appreciate a cool forest at night, right?
that's sure.
And mythical creatures are pretty cool no matter who you are.
Yeah.
And, it's just fun to feel like a kid again and step into a world of imagination.
I agree.
But for those of us who grew up with the books and movies, it's even more special, Racy.
Oh, yeah, totally.
It's like going back to your childhood,
That's right.
reliving all those great moments.
It's like you're part of this big community of people who love the same things you do.
Exactly.
But you know it's not just nostalgia.
Right?
This whole immersive storytelling thing could really change the future of entertainment.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
What do you think?
Well, this experience shows you don't have to just read a book or watch a movie to enjoy a story.
Right.
They actually put you right in the middle of it.
It's like those escape rooms.
Yeah,
You're not just watching, you're actually part of it.
exactly. You're a participant.
Yeah.
You're solving puzzles. You're figuring things out.
That's cool.
And it makes you use all your senses.
Right. You're not just reading about the Forbidden Forest.
Yeah.
You can practically smell it.
Exactly. And hear it. And maybe even feel it.
Wow.
It's like they're blurring the lines between what's real and what's not.
And they use all kinds of cool tricks to do it.
Oh, yeah. Lighting, sound effects, maybe even some stagecraft.
Wow.
To make those creatures seem real,
It's like you're in a play, but you're walking around the set
that's a great way to put it.
instead of just sitting and watching.
Right.
So where does this Forbidden Forest thing fit into entertainment as a whole? Are we going to see more immersive stuff like this in the future?
I think so. Look at how popular immersive theater is.
Right, like Sleep No More.
Exactly.
And VR gaming is huge too.
That's right. People want experiences they can be a part of.
Not just watch.
Right.
And as technology gets better, I bet those experiences will get even more immersive.
Oh, for sure.
It makes sense, right?
It does.
We want to feel like we're in the action, not just watching it on a screen.
Exactly.
And this Forbidden Forest experience shows how it can be done.
Yeah.
They took this world that people already love and they made it real.
That's right.
So fans can step right in and be part of it.
Exactly.
It makes you wonder what other stories they could bring to life like this.
I know, right?
Like, what if you could explore Middle Earth
Ooh,
or go to a galaxy far, far away?
that'd be amazing.
The possibilities are endless.
They are.
I can already see myself battling a Balrog in VR or attending a Hogwarts class in AR.
It's a pretty cool time to be a fan.
Yeah, it is.
But, it's not just about entertainment.
Ah,
This could change education too.
really?
Yeah, or training, even therapy.
How so?
What if you could learn about history by walking through ancient Rome?
Oh, wow.
Or practice public speaking in front of a virtual audience?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Right.
It's like the line between reality and fantasy is getting blurry.
It is.
But maybe that's not so bad.
I agree.
So the Forbidden Forest and all these other immersive experiences are tapping into something deep in us.
Yeah.
Like we want to connect and engage and feel a sense of wonder.
We want to feel like anything's possible.
Exactly.
And as we go forward, we're going to see more and more of this kind of stuff.
Yeah, we've come a long way from a simple forest path, haven't we?
We have.
Now we're talking about a whole new future for storytelling.
Exactly.
So before we wrap up, let me leave you with one question.
Okay.
What magical world would you want to step into and experience firsthand?
That's a good one.
I know, right? Think about it. We'll be back next time to explore this even more.
Sounds good.
See you then.
Bye. And you want to blend in right.
Oh, right.
So wear dark clothes too.
Right, you don't want to stick out like a sore thumb.
Exactly.
So what about tickets? Do we need to book in advance?
Yeah, the sources say it's a good idea to book ahead of time.
Okay, makes sense. Popular and all. What about like family packages? Do they have those?
Yeah, they do. If you've got a whole crew of witches and wizards.
That's good to know. Now what about timing? Like how long does it actually take to go through this enchanted forest?
Well, they say it takes about 60 to 90 minutes.
Okay, so a little over an hour.
Yeah, something like that. And just remember, last entry is usually around 10 p.m.
Okay, so if we're going for that late night adventure,
Plan accordingly.
got it. So let's say we've braved the forest, faced our fears, dueled a friendly stranger or two.
Uh-huh.
What awaits us in the gift shop?
Gift shop. A haven for any Harry Potter fan.
You know, I can't resist a good souvenir. What kind of goodies are we talking about?
Well, they mention wands, robes,
Classic.
even plushies of those creatures we saw.
Oh, those are cute.
Yeah. And, of course, the chocolate frogs.
Oh, gotta get those wizard cards. I remember trying to collect them all as a kid.
It's a class.
Every box is like a surprise. You never know who you're gonna get.
That's right.
Hoping for a Dumbledore,
Fingers crossed.
not another Godric Gryffindor. Anything else that might tempt us.
They even have replica items and jewelry inspired by the films.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, a time turner necklace maybe,
Ooh, I like that.
or a Hogwarts house mug for your morning coffee.
Oh, that's fun. You know, speaking of movie magic, the sources mention this Warner Bros. Studio tour. What is that all about?
Oh, the studio tour is amazing.
Yeah.
If you really want to see how they made the Harry Potter movies, you have to check it out.
Okay, what kind of stuff do you see there?
You can see how they brought those creatures to life, explore the sets, learn about the special effects.
Oh, wow.
Imagine walking down Diagon Alley,
Really?
peering into Ollivander,
That sounds amazing.
or seeing the Great Hall.
I'm getting chills just thinking about it. But okay, let's get back to the Forbidden Forest experience for a moment.
Okay.
We've talked about the creatures, the spells, the merchandise. What about the atmosphere itself? Like, what's it actually like being there?
Well, the sources describe it as a really immersive sensory experience.
Okay.
So think dimly lit paths, rustling leaves under your feet,
I like that.
distant hoots of owls. You might even smell pine needles in the air.
Wow, so they really make you feel like you're in that world. What about the creatures themselves? Like, are they life-size? Do they move?
They don't give us all the details,
Okay.
but they do mention using animatronics and clever lighting effects to make the creatures seem real.
So it's not just like statues or something?
No, imagine coming face to face with a giant hippogriff,
Oh.
wings spread out, ready to take flight.
That's gotta be impressive.
It is. Or you might see a niffler scurrying through the underbrush.
They really put a lot of thought into this. Do you think someone who's not like a diehard Harry Potter fan could still enjoy it?
You know, I think so. I mean,
Okay.
anyone can appreciate a beautiful forest at night.
That's true.
And mythical creatures are pretty cool no matter who you are.
Right.
It's like stepping into a world of imagination.
I agree.
But yeah, for those of us who grew up with the books and movies, it's definitely extra special.
Oh, yeah. It's like stepping into the pages of your childhood.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you're connecting with all these other people who love the same things you do.
Right. It's a shared experience, but it's not just about nostalgia either.
No.
This whole immersive approach to storytelling could really change the future of entertainment.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need to dive deeper into that in part 3.
Okay, so we're back. And you were saying that this Harry Potter, a Forbidden Forest experience, could change the future of entertainment.
Yeah, it's really interesting to think about.
It is.
Because it's not just a book or a movie.
Right.
They're really putting you right there in the story.
It's like those escape rooms we were talking about, where
Right.
you have to figure things out and solve puzzles.
Exactly.
You're not just watching anymore.
You're participating.
You're part of the story.
It makes you use all your senses.
Like, you're not just reading about the Forbidden Forest.
Nope.
You're practically smelling it and hearing it and maybe even feeling it.
It's like they're blurring the lines between what's real and what's not.
They use all those tricks.
Yeah, the lighting,
Yeah.
sound effects, maybe even some stagecraft.
To make you feel like those creatures are really there,
It's like you're walking around inside a play.
instead of just sitting and watching.
So where does this Forbidden Forest thing fit into entertainment as a whole?
Right. Are we going to see more stuff like this in the future?
I think so. Look at how popular immersive theater is.
Like, Sleep No More.
Yeah. And VR gaming is huge too.
It seems like people want experiences they can be a part of.
They don't just want to watch.
And as technology gets better, I bet those experiences are going to get even more immersive.
Oh, absolutely.
We want to feel like we're in the action.
Not just watching it on a screen.
And this Forbidden Forest experience shows how it can be done.
It does. They took this world that people already love and they made it real.
So fans can actually step inside it.
It makes you wonder what other stories they could do this with.
What if you could explore Middle-earth?
That would be amazing.
Or go to a galaxy far, far away?
The possibilities are endless.
I can picture myself battling a Balrog in VR.
Or going to a Hogwarts class in AR.
It's a pretty cool time to be a fan.
It is. And it's not just about entertainment either.
Really?
This could change education too.
Oh, wow. How so?
Imagine learning about history by walking through ancient Rome,
Oh,
or practicing public speaking in front of a virtual audience.
that's a great idea.
It's like reality and fantasy are becoming one.
But maybe that's a good thing.
Maybe it is.
So this Forbidden Forest thing and all these other immersive experiences,
Yeah,
they're tacking into something deep inside us.
we want to connect and engage and feel that sense of wonder.
We want to feel like anything is possible.
And as we go forward, we're going to see a lot more of this.
We've come a long way from a simple forest path, haven't we?
We have.
Now we're talking about a whole new future for storytelling.
So before we go, let me leave you with this question.
Okay.
What magical world would you want to step into?
What world would you want to experience firsthand? It's something to think about, isn't it?
It is.
Well, that's all the time we have for today, but we'll be back next time to explore even more.
Sound good.
Until then, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep the magic alive.
See you then.